Hey there, I'm Ben. Let's get rolling, shall we? Let's start with the fit and finish. Honestly, the general design and feel of this is quite well thought out. Obviously, it would be nice if they were smaller, but given their size, they do what they do remarkably well. I also like how easy it is to pop off the top and get at the insides. Generally, though, they just seem very sturdy and dependable. Also, the servos seem to be quite resilient as well. Also, personally, I think they missed out on a huge opportunity to put googly eyes on these. They would be so cute. Just this little guy on your wall pushing buttons. I'm not saying they had to give them a little face, but I'm just saying this bot has Wall-E energy. And I think that if they had put googly eyes on it, I could have bonded with it emotionally. To be honest, that's just good capitalism. Next, let's talk about environmental shit. And from this standpoint, I'm pretty disappointed. The company making these doesn't really discuss their environmental impact on their website, neither do they appear to be making any effort whatsoever to reduce or eliminate their carbon footprint. Also, there's a decent amount of plastic in the box, so I also really don't like that the battery is this kind of weird kind. I also don't like that it's disposable, and on the one hand, I do get that it's a small device, but surely they could have made this at least rechargeable or with a swappable battery or maybe even solar. And hey, maybe the very idea is laughable to a mechanical engineer, but oh, it turns out they actually do have a solar-powered version of this that's for blinds. So maybe what I'm asking for isn't so far-fetched, is it? Next, let's talk about use. One of the first things I noticed is that I kind of love how easy these are to use. Like, I didn't even have to pair them, but the app just saw that they were nearby and I was able to use them immediately. And for those of you who, like me, thought, hey, maybe I can turn my neighbor's light switches on and off without their knowledge, there's a way to pair them to the app so that this doesn't happen. On that note, I like that while you're adding them to your home, you can actually control them during the adding process so that you know that you're adding the right one. Very good design. I do like that I can still use my light switch as I normally would. However, in a perfect world, the device would know that I'm doing this. Right now, it doesn't. So if I use the Switchbot still thinks that it's turned off. Something that initially I found to be a problem was that it presses really hard on a button when it's pressing it. It's pretty lax on the whole light switch thing, but it doesn't appear to have any understanding of how much pressure it's actually using, and for my peace of mind, it would be nice if it didn't, shatter one of my buttons. This is actually why I was extremely hesitant to use it on my desktop computer, because I was worried it might break the button. Thankfully for you, I threw caution to the wind, and I have to say that surprisingly, it doesn't appear to have damaged my computer's switch at all. So yay, lucky me. Added bonus that if I want to remotely boot up my computer, I can now do that, because of course there was no other way to do that in any other way before this device came along. So installing them is quite easy. You just peel off the backing and stick it to whatever you want to stick it to. As far as removing them goes, I do just want to caution you, do not try to pull this directly off of your wall. You could very easily damage your drywall. That said, I don't know what kind of witchcraft is at play here, but if you twist them off, they just come off really easily. It's wild. Really great materials designed from the people at 3M. Also, I did accidentally place it wrong at first, and I was able to just kind of twist it off and restick it. It seems to be pretty adaptable, although I wouldn't recommend doing that too many times. Okay, let's talk about software. The Switchbot app has two main control pages, one for bots that you've added to your home and one for bots that are nearby. As I mentioned, when they're fresh out of the box, you're going to see them on the nearby page and you can control them quite easily. One of the things I really love about the software is the way the switch on the app is designed. So because the bot doesn't always know what position the switch is in, the software allows you to run the on or off function even when it thinks that function is engaged, which is really good design. I really dislike, however, that you have to buy a hub to get it to work with smart devices. It actually does say this on the box in tiny letters. I get that for a device this small, that may be the only way to make it work, but it is kind of annoying because as I understand it, really when you buy a smart hub, what you're buying is like another Wi-Fi router that is designed to work with your little smart devices that you just purchased. It'd be nice if they were just optimized to work with the router that I already have. Anyway, if you'd like me to do a follow-up video with a hub, let me know. I can do that. You could, comment something in the comment section, which is below the like button. God, I'm such a good YouTuber. Summary. Honestly, I do really like these. Yes, it's annoying to have to buy another device to get them to work with Google Smart Home, but ultimately, if you're willing to buy in, these are really well-built, easy-to-use devices, and I do love how easy it is to automate things that really could not have been automated before, especially when you're renting and you can't change the light switches out. To me, these devices are the kind of thing that could be a total lifesaver. It's a nice quick fix for a lot of analog problems. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm BRB, this is BRBTG, and as always, I'll be right back. And I mean, shit, if you got this far, subscribe. It's free, and it makes advertisers think I'm sexy. That's pretty much it for now. I'm BRB, this is BRBTG, and as always, I'll be right back.